If he has a breakout year, which I think he can, especially with his coaching staff and the way he's putting in work, our right tackle concerns that we had this whole off season is gonna be gone.
But looking at the aspect of the whole Oakland Raiders situation,
Yeah.
what is that like a defensive player and an offensive player? It could be young or old that you think is going to make some noise this year.
Actually, you said one of mine, Alex Leatherwood, man. That's the guy to keep a lookout. I mean, a lot of training
It's a good
camp,
one.
actually mini mandatory camp and OTAs, of course. We've been hearing a lot from Carmen Brasilla, our new offensive line coach. I mean, the guy has been with the New England Patriots for a very long time, very consistent coach at that, better than our old offensive line coach, which was Tom Cable. The guy always came out and said that Alex Leatherwood has been putting in that work. I mean, from the jump, you see Alex Leatherwood in the gym putting in that work. I like players that just go straight into work right after the season's over, and he knows it. Last year, yes, he did have some issues with the flags. He did have some issues in college, but that all comes to coaching, discipline him, and he started being more disciplined in the second half of the season. But he was playing guard last season. I think this season he might make a move to right tackle, and the reason I say that is because of Carmen Brasillo and the way he talks about him. He says that they keep throwing shots, like shots after the last regime. They call out all the coaches from the last regime, calling out Gruden without saying their name, and you see it. And he says that Alex Leatherwood has a lot of potential. I mean, when you look at it, he's gonna move to right tackle, like I said. Carmen
Yeah.
Brasilla, of course, is gonna help that out. He's been practicing a lot at right tackle during the camps. And all we have to really keep a close eye on is the flags. Is it going to be disciplined? I think so. In the second half of the season, he was phenomenal. I mean, there's a reason why Josh Jacobs started doing very, very good in the second half of the season because that right side really got helped by Alex Leatherwood. The way I think he was one of the best run offensive linemen coming out of the draft at that time.
Yep.
I believe,
Yep.
and now with him making, there's a big transition. People don't know this. Even moving from left tackle to right tackle, it's a big thing. Even moving from guard to tackle is a big deal. But for Alex Leatherwood, I think that's somebody that we need to keep a lookout for. If he has a breakout year, which I think he can, especially with his coaching staff and the way he's putting in work, our right tackle concerns that we had this whole off season is gonna be gone, and that just leaves a clear lane for somebody like Dylan Parham to start on that offensive guard position. And you really look at it, that's somebody to look at the offensive side. And for the defensive side, Jayon Brown, linebacker from Tennessee. The reason why I chose him was I think he's a very underrated acquisition. Jayon Brand had a very, very excellent coverage grade. I mean, since 2017, he's ranked 10th among linebackers in coverage grade. Adding him next to Denzel Perriman and Devon Diablo, these guys are all good, solid guys in coverage, and already Patrick Graham and a lot of people already said that these three guys already became the forefront of the defense as far as leadership goes. And it's crazy because Jayon Brown just became an acquisition, and Devon Diablo didn't get really that many snaps last season, and he's pretty much just his second year. So I like Jayon Brown. I think the guy's phenomenal. I mean, everybody knows that I forgot what game it was. It was against the Steelers when he stuck on Juju Smith like white on rice, man. I mean, the
Mm-hmm.
guy played him pretty damn well. The guy, I mean, when you see, I really like when he plays under cover two, Tampa two, playing that vertical in the middle. His speed, his ability to back foot and backpedal, his ability to cover has been amazing, and especially like I said, since 2017, 10th among linebackers, a very underrated linebacker, and that's somebody to keep an eye out on the linebacking position. And you need somebody like him. You need a cover guy, you need that run supporting guy. Denzel Perriman's that guy that he said he's working. He cracked the joke in press conferences saying, "I seen all your tweets. I'm working on my coverage now," type of deal. And I know he will. And then,
Yeah.
of course, Jayon Brown being a very good coverage guy. These guys are going to be phenomenal in that linebacking course. So somebody to keep a lookout, guys. Look out for Jayon Brown, the linebacker from Tennessee, coming to the Raiders. He's going to be a leader, man. I'm not saying he's going to wear the captain, but he's good.
So Jayon Brown and Alex Leatherwood are your two players to watch out for, man. So
Yep.
I'm glad that you mentioned two names that are not, you know, I
Mhm.
I think Alex Leatherwood is. not a high profile name, but people know him because of the draft last
Yeah,
year. But Jayon Brown, that's one name that you don't hear a lot. So, um, every time I do these interviews with somebody new, I always have to write stuff down. Like, all right, let me
yeah.
make sure I look out for this player and make sure I do you guys justice, just to keep you on your p's and q's. Because if these dudes are butt, I'm gonna contact you and be like, well, yeah, why'd you do this to me? Why you name these players, dog? They suck.
Hey, go look at it, man. Trust me, you won't be disappointed on what you see.
Facts.